Hello, and welcome back to another Doujinshi reading from White Album 2. Today we are checking out a collaborative work. This is by a number of different WA2 artists and Doujinshi authors. This is called Tribute. So as you can see in the top right, you may recognize her. This is Rina Ogata. She was the star of the first White Album game. This actually features the heroines from the first and second game, so kind of a neat little project there. The first artist of which is Tometa Ohara, as we can see in the top left. Moving on to Koko Nobi, and you may recognize that art style there. I will talk about that later on. This is Heart Work with Indico, Pote, Ice 2, Flapper. Hiro Suzuhara is another artist here, and this came out 2011, February 13th, so the day before Valentine's Day. Tribute, White Album 1 and 2. And here are the full names of some of the contributors: Ice to Choco, Indico Light, QP Flapper, Heartwork, and Pote Neko. Printed by Kansai Art Printing Incorporated. It's kind of got that cool... Do you ever use those sheets of paper and they were black, but then you scratched them off with like a coin or a pen and it had a rainbow underneath? That's kind of what's going on here with this scratchy, scribbly style. It's really cute. Tribute, Hiro Suzuhara. Hello! I presumed to take on the role of the editor. I was bombarded mentally every time I received a high-quality draft from one of the others. Koharu Sakura. I've always been a fan of Rina-chan. She's the girl from the first game. I've also always loved panties. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. Just so honest. Imagine you get like 3-second sentences to introduce yourself and you're just like, hi, I love panties. Like, okay, that's great. That's why doujinshi circles are just so odd to me. Like, they're so open about things that are normally socially taboo. So it's definitely an odd genre. Tometa Ohara. After mulling over whom to draw, this is what I wound up with. I'm honored to be involved in such a wonderful project. Arigato ya-kun. Mitha. Hello, I'm Mitha. This is quite an illustrious circle name. And to see it actually brought into existence, I thought it was a joke at first. Lol. Thank you very much for inviting me to join in. Naru Nano. I'm Nano, aka Ice Tochoko. I enjoyed drawing in a genre that I don't tend to do in my own work, even though Mana-chan was the only one I drew. And Koko Nobi. I'm Koko Nobi, aka Pote Neko. I used a different style from my usual to play around with WA, White Album. I figured I might take charge of the novelty component among the members participating. Top 5 scenes in White Album, as selected by players. So this is from, of course, the first White Album game. So if you haven't played it, you plan to play through it, it's gonna be spoilers, just saying. Number 1. A brother's emotional face appearing on TV with his sister. Number 2. Yayoi-san's hair ending up in her ramen. Oh no. That is disgusting and also really sad. Long-haired girls represent. You know what it's like. Number 3. Overexcited reporter's microphone getting buried in her face. Rip. Number 4. Cell phone falls into water, creating not a blank album, but a blank address book. Oh. These are all horrible moments. Number 5. The moment when he shamelessly declares, "All right then, all 3 of us can go out." shaking the very foundations of the game. What a pathetic man. At least he's shot, I guess. You gotta shoot your shot. White Album 1 and 2 Tribute. Now this is absolutely gorgeous art here. Look at this. So beyond beautiful. The colors, the shading, the way that like purple becomes a prominent way to shade instead of black. It's really, really well done. And the falling snow and the cityscape in the background. Also, you know, like, it's very fan servicey. I mean, look at that. It's so many. I hate when you look at a picture and you can be like, yeah, I know what that artist is into. You know, it's embarrassing. But there he is. There's QP Flapper. Tribute, White Album 1 and 2. A spread of the two bustiest girls from 1 and 2. The original artwork for WA 1 and 2 is already so good that I got depressed while trying to draw them. LMAO. I love it though. And everyone else here is amazing too, which makes me feel even luckier. Though I feel like maybe I should have left the cover art and the whole design of the book to Kyupi-san or Kokonobi-san. Anyhow, getting to collaborate with all these wonderful people was so much fun. Hiro Suzuhira. I love how humble these people are. Like, oh, I got depressed. I couldn't do it. I couldn't live up to it. But literally, look at this. Look how flippin' beautiful this is. My God. It's true. Like, it's hard to see your own talent. But as an outsider looking in, you're like, oh my God, that's perfect. That's gorgeous, you know? And yes, she is one of the bustiest girls in the games. Really nice shading yet again. Really pretty use of colors. A lot of doujins, you know, for money's sake, don't actually include color pages. So the fact that this one did is actually really impressive for a small doujinshi circle. Really pretty, really well done. The dress looks a little bit small on her, on her upstairs there. I guess that's the point. And here is Naru Nano. This is from WA1. Yet again, you probably recognize the character. I like how we can see the sketch too behind the color drawing. WA. Rina Ogata. It's so cool. It's so like edgy looking. Hiro Suzuhira. Setsuna's so pretty. This outfit, it's hard to nail it exactly, I feel, because it is so white. You gotta make use of some kind of creative lighting. Otherwise, it just looks very plain. You know what I mean? I mean, compare. Go up to Rina's. Like, obviously this outfit looks a lot older, right? This is like late 90s, like kind of fantasy looking style kind of outfit. But it has that color that makes it pop. It makes it strike. Setsuna's down here is beautiful. You know, it is like pure snow, whatever. I get that theme. But if you don't use dynamic lighting, it just looks kind of bland. So that's my opinion. Not that I could do any better, though. I will throw that out there. I'm well aware of my own incompetencies. WA2 Setsuna Ogiso. Originals from a collaboration for the cover of the Last Stage 2, The Beginning of a Miracle pamphlet. I colored Nano-san's artwork, and it was actually more enjoyable than coloring my own. Lol. Incidentally, Suzuhira attempted to get the body proportions all balanced out, but failed. Lol. No. Suzuhira, you did fine. Don't even worry. So, here's what I wanted to talk about earlier. If you don't already recognize this art style, I highly, highly recommend you check out what anime this is from. I'll go ahead and read the paragraph because it talks about it directly from the author. Setsuna and Kazusa. So as you can see, what I've got here is White Album in the style of Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. Now that is the name of the anime, Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. It's an anime, but I'd hesitate to call it an anime. It's more like a cartoon. It has this like chibi, deformed looking style to it. But it was made based on actually the Powerpuff Girls kind of style. So it was Japanese artists who mimicked the American cartoon style. But then in some scenes, they suddenly like change and suddenly they look really anime and it's really beautiful and kind of sexy. And it's very, very perverted and very funny. It's a comedy anime. So check it out if you haven't already. It's really, really good. I was super excited to get to this part because it's just so cute. It's such a throwback to an old show. Now that I've drawn it, I feel like the visual compatibility might actually be more perfect than I imagined it would be. But what do you think? For my own circle work, I don't tend to do fan work as much, so I wanted to take this moment here to play around. Yeah, the feet, they're like little robot legs. And then Kazusa in the same style. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. If they made like keychains or pins of Kazusa and Setsuna in this style, I would buy like all of them. They're so cute. Ah, I can't get over it. I love this fan art. Hello to those who are first-time readers, and to those who aren't. I'm Kokonobi from Heart Work with Indico, Pote, Ice to Flapper. Why is that so long? Since I was doing 2 pages for this White Album book, my initial plan was to have Rina and Kazusa as representation for 1 and 2. That's what the logo also was originally. But Nanao-sensei naturally brought Mana in. So I balanced it out by doing 2 from 2. Thus we have Setsuna-tan. She's so cute. Look at Kazusa, oh my god. And Kazusa actually looks a lot like a character from that show. Her name is Stocking, if you look that up, because it's Panty and Stocking. So Setsuna's character was Panty, Kazusa's character is Stocking. She's like a gothic punk angel girl. So it really fits Kazusa. Tribute White Album 1 and 2. So we have another character from 1 here. Really cute, much plainer shading. This is actually like comic style shading. It's simplistic, so you can probably get more panels done in a shorter amount of time. But it is cute, and it is well done. I'm Nanao from Ice to Choco. Ice is actually ice cream in Japanese, and choco is chocolate. So their name literally translates to ice cream and chocolate. And here is Mana Mizuki-chan from White Album. Part of me was going, why would you draw the same character on both of the pages you were given? Well, the other part went, hey, it's better to draw characters you love. So here we are. And if you love something, you gotta go with it. I respect this decision. Although I also think you should try new things too. Well, they're doing this as a passion project, so yeah, do what you love, do what you're passionate about. Look at this beautiful coloring, that is so nice. I love the lighting from the window behind her, that is very well done. Little heart pillow too. Rina had the same little heart pillow earlier. And of course the feet. There's always the feet. White Album, Ogata, Rina. Look at this beautiful pencil sketch. It's not even a sketch, like it's a full-blown picture. But I definitely think that's pencil work. That is really nice. Hello, my name is Mitha from Indico Light. This is a White Album exclusive event. So for my color illustration, I drew Setsuna-chan from 2. And for my black and white illustration, I drew Rina-chan from 1. They're all so cute, so I was a little stuck on who to draw. But I adore Setsuna-chan's pure white outfit, so I'm glad I got to do it in color. Winter really is the most suitable for White Album, isn't it? As for the game, I'm looking forward to the second division. Or part 2, basically. And here she is. It's our Setsuna. Aww. Her microphone looks kind of weird. It looks like a magic wand. That is my only qualm about this. It's a little bit exaggerated. I'm not going to say what part, but I'll just say I think some of the proportions are maybe a little teeny tiny bit exaggerated in Setsuna's favor. She's going to have back problems. That's all I'm going to say. Tribute, White Album 1 and 2. Heartwork with Indico, Pote, Ice Toe, Flapper. 2011 too. So this was a lot. This was early on in White Album 2's longevity, I guess. I mean, it still is going strong in certain circles, but Naru Nano Tribute. And as you can see now, the cover is actually sketches of the contents, but they're like sketched over on that kind of rainbow sketchy pad kind of style. It's really neat. I like the design. I like it a lot. I know the person who did it was like, maybe I should have left it to someone else. I think it's really well done. And that brings us to the end. White Album 1 and 2. So, thank you so much for joining me on this Doujinshi reading from White Album 2 and the original White Album. And I'll be back doing more doujin readings in the future. So until then, hope you take care. See you.